Gearing up for the updated 2026 TOEFL exam and not sure how to ace the new reading section? You're in the right place. I'm Olivia, a test prep expert at Study.com. Since Study.com is the official TOEFL test prep partner, our practice materials are built with the exam creator. So what you practice is what you'll face on test day. Today, we'll break down a full reading practice test in the brand new format with a complete answer walkthrough. To begin with, let's see how the reading section works. It kicks off the entire TOEFL exam. Unlike the long academic passages of the past, the updated format is much faster. It uses a multi-stage adaptive format, meaning the test adjusts to your skill level. Depending on how well you do, the computer will automatically tailor the difficulty of the next set of questions. You'll face 3 different task types to complete in about 27 minutes. You'll answer 35 to 48 questions in total across these tasks. First is complete the words. Here, you'll fill in the missing half of words in a short paragraph using context clues. The second one is read in daily life. This makes you read practical, everyday items like emails, campus posters, or notices, and answer 2 to 3 quick questions. The final one is read an academic passage. You'll read a shorter university textbook excerpt, around 200 words, and answer 5 questions. Now that you know how this section is set up, let's talk about how to actually conquer it. This video isn't about learning more English. We'll look at one sample from each reading task type so you can learn the strategies that top scorers use to approach the TOEFL test questions quickly and confidently. So, let's walk through the first task called Complete the Words. This checks your lexical and grammatical knowledge. You're given a short paragraph, around 70 to 100 words, where several words are only partially visible. You'll need to complete 10 words by filling in the missing letters. Look at this practice question. We'll keep it on screen for a minute so you can try it out. If you need more time, just pause the video. Now let's break down how to find those missing letters. Scan through the paragraph and find the words that are fully intact. Use the surrounding context as your anchor to easily predict the incomplete words. See the first sentence? It's comparing a trip with local transportation knowledge to a trip without it. Notice the word much right before the word starting with EAS. Much acts as a modifier for a comparative adjective. Therefore, easy becomes the comparative easier. The word beginning with AVA modifies the nouns buses and trains, so we need an adjective meaning present or ready for use. That word is available. And the one starting with SUB becomes subways, since we're looking at a list of transportation options. Now, what is the word for the place you're traveling to? That's your destination, which easily unlocks DESTI. The word starting with TRAN sits right before the noun pass. A transport pass or transportation pass fits, but since we're limited by the word length, transport is the exact match. The remaining blanks follow the same logic. Cheaper completes the comparison. Individual describes separate trips, and schedules and routes solve SCHED and ROUT. Finally, local fits the singular noun for a person from a specific area. Notice that we didn't solve any of those blanks by guessing. The words around each blank gave us the information we needed. So keep these 2 strategies in mind. First, remember that this task is more about understanding the context than memorizing difficult vocabulary. Before filling in any blanks, make sure you understand the overall message of the paragraph. The missing letters are usually much easier to figure out once the topic is clear. Second, count the blanks carefully. Each blank space represents exactly 1 missing letter. If the word you're thinking of is too short or too long, try tweaking the form. Think about making it plural, changing the tense, or turning a noun into an adjective. Let's move on to the next task type, read in daily life. This is all about the short, real-world reading you do every day, like emails, memos, and quick updates. The test wants to see if you can skim a basic text and understand what people actually want. Here's an example. The question is pretty straightforward. Let's unpack the options. Options A and D are never mentioned in the text. Option B seems plausible, but the email says to be ready to discuss the schedule, not bring it. So the correct answer is C. It matches the text perfectly. Let's try another question based on the same text. Pause the video, try to solve it, and drop your answer in the comments below. Ready for the answer? The correct choice is B. At the end of the text, Sarah says, "If you can't attend, let me know in advance." Option B is the rephrased version of that line. The other options don't work. The text doesn't say to perform option A or C. Option D is the exact opposite of Sarah's instructions. The trick here is to ask yourself one simple question before answering anything. Why was this message written? Is it a request, an update, an invitation, or a complaint? Once you know that, the right answer becomes obvious. Another thing to look out for is the immediate neighbors. If a question asks what's meant by a specific phrase, don't overthink it. Just read the sentences that come directly before and after it. The immediate context will give away the meaning. Our final task is to read an academic passage. This tests how well you handle university-level reading materials. You'll have to grasp the main ideas, understand key vocabulary, and figure out how different pieces of information connect with a complex text. See this sample question. Here's how to spot the right answer quickly. The introduction states that both proper nutrition and regular exercise are key parts of a healthy lifestyle. Then the first paragraph is about food, and the second is about fitness. Since the author gives equal weight to both, the correct answer must include both topics. Option A is wrong because it just focuses on a tiny detail about fast food. Options B and D are too narrow, as they only talk about exercise. That leaves C as the only choice that covers the whole text. All right, here's a vocabulary question from the same passage. Try solving it on your own. When you hit a tough word in an academic reading, you don't need a dictionary. You just need to try context substitution. Take the answer options and plug them into the sentence to see which one sounds right. The passage says, "These nutrients help the body function efficiently and support energy levels." If we swap out efficiently with the choices, option B is the only one that makes perfect sense alongside support energy levels. Always remember these tips while working on this task. First, know the question type. Figure out if the question is asking for a specific detail or a vocabulary meaning. For detail questions, go back to the text and match words. As you read, practice identifying the main idea, noting what role each paragraph plays. For vocabulary, play the substitution game. Read the whole sentence using the answer choices as replacements. The right option will always retain the original meaning. The skills you're practicing here go far beyond the TOEFL test. You're building the scanning and reading habits you'll use every day in a university seminar or a professional setting. Think of every practice question as a chance to actively hunt for ideas and patterns. You're not just finding answers here, you're literally training your brain to process English faster. The more you practice spotting those clues, the sharper and more confident you'll become on test day. And if you're looking for practice material that actually feels like the real TOEFL test, Study.com gives you authentic TOEFL exam-style questions designed to match the test day experience. We help you track your progress and even predict how you're trending towards your target TOEFL score. Our personalized AI study coach doesn't just give answers. It gives targeted feedback, next steps, and support that helps you improve faster. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button so you don't miss our other TOEFL exam videos. Drop your answers to the sample questions in the comments. We want to hear from you. Good luck with your prep, and we'll see you in the next one.